If you've been paying attention to the Republican Party, at least the people who think they're the leaders of the Republican Party recently, you start to get a picture of a party that doesn't know who the heck they are. And that's exactly true. Right now, the Republican Party here in the United States is suffering through a massive identity crisis. There's no clear leader, there's no clear path, there's no clear vision, there is no cohesive thing about the Republican Party. You have a bunch of individuals out there trying to direct which way the party's going to go, and none of them are on the same page. This is a party, a political party, that is in complete disarray. Here's what I mean. Look at Ted Cruz right now. Ted Cruz obviously wants to brand himself not only as the 2024 Republican Party presidential candidate, but also as the overall leader of the party. He is without a doubt one of the most outspoken members of the party right now. He's in the media. He's doing everything he can to draw attention to the southern border, and he's all over social media, picking fights with people that he can't hope to defeat in these arguments. But he is out there trying to be the leader. And as I said, the issue that he is pushing is the southern border, trying to make us all think that, oh my God, it's worse than ever. Hordes of children are coming across and we don't know what to do. It's true, there's an issue. It's also true that the number of children coming across is no different than it was 2 years ago pre-pandemic. So not as much of a crisis as Ted Cruz would want it to be, but he is trying to tap into the Donald Trump base who got energized with his build the wall chants, and that's what Ted Cruz is doing. On the other side of it, you have House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Obviously, in a leadership position, McCarthy would be one who would emerge as a national leader for the party. And to his credit, I guess he's trying to. Poor guy, nobody really pays attention to him because he's out there tweeting and saying to the press that the Republican Party is the party of the working class. Yeah, the last 40 years really show that you're not, though. And that's why that message that the entire Republican Party attempted to rebrand themselves with all the way back in February, that's why that's not really resonating with people. Like, we can look at your record and we can see that what you're saying is not true. I mean, every single one of you just voted against that COVID relief package that sent out $1,400 checks to millions and millions of Americans. So what exactly are you the working class party of? I mean, which working class? The American working class? Because you're not doing anything for them. You all are against the $15 minimum wage, which is broadly supported by Americans. You don't want to expand voting rights for working class Americans. You're actually trying to shrink those. So McCarthy's message is falling short. And then you got the wackos. You got your Marjorie Taylor Greenes out there trying to make an issue of this so-called vaccine passport idea that's floating around. People like Taylor Greene are trying to make that the central issue, trying to compare it to Nazi Germany somehow, forgetting for a moment that to enroll in a public school, public pre-K, public college here in the United States, and even some jobs, you actually have to prove that you have your vaccinations. Like, that's not out of the realm of what already happens in this country. So again, these are just 3 quick examples, but there are plenty of them out there. You have all of these Republicans attempting to go it alone, and the party apparatus itself, that RNC, GOP, whatever it is, silence. They don't have any clear messaging. And here's the thing. We're kind of coming up on primary season, for the 2022 midterms here. People are starting to declare. People are starting to, start these committees to start raising money to either primary or run again for office. We're in election season 24/7, folks. And the Republican Party has no message. They have no leaders, and they have no idea who the heck they are. Now, you would think, though, that being this aimless, the party would be suffering more than they are. But oddly enough, they're not. Because you have plenty of voters in this country who are energized by these culture war issues and culture war alone. We can't have trans athletes play in high school or college sports. Oh, they're banning Dr. Seuss books because of cancel culture. The liberals are out of control. That's the talking point coming from the rest of the Republican Party. And unfortunately, That's the one that actually is resonating with voters right now. It's really not optimistic for Democrats, but eventually the public does kind of get over those issues after they hear them for too many times. So we'll see what happens in 2022. But if you're a Republican voter, if you're a registered Republican, take a good hard look at your party right now and ask yourself honestly, who are they? And you're going to find that that question is a lot harder to answer than you'd think.